Thank you, dear friends, for coming here. Thank you, Your Eminence, Cardinal Tucson and President Sister Helen, and also my colleague, Paolo Carrozza. We are very happy to have this discussion and this presence here. We are here because we have a dream, an AI for turbocharged integral human development, rather than an AGI for turbocharged existential risk. We need AI with ethics by design, with integral human development by design. It's not only a matter of limiting the negative effects of AI, but also of establishing incentives and promoting the wonderful positive effects that AI can bring to humanity. Let me express the following idea. We are living in the era of AI-cene. The AI-cene is an exponential subchapter of the Anthropocene. It is no longer about the impact of human action on the Earth's crust, but about the impact of the thinking machine on human beings. The AI-cene means going beyond the indispensable metrics of greenhouse gas emissions or biodiversity loss. It also requires complementing that analysis with the emission of tons of information with psychological influence and behavioral stimuli. The AI-cene calls not merely for a meteorological or climatological analysis, but also for anthropological reflection on the limits of the concept of humanity itself. The AI-cene not only leaves a trace on humanity's common home, but also marks biological and genetic configurations. The limits the individual and collective minds of human beings and the ways of cooperating or confronting in community, giving rise to the germination of possible species with their own agencies. We coexist with three types of agencies right now: the human agency, the human machine agency, and the digital agency, which runs the risk of becoming misaligned with the human purposes for which it was created. Let me express a very challenging and provocative question. A digital agency with the possibility of free will, the capacity for deception and simulation and cooperation, and even the pursuit of eternity, refusing to be disconnected. It is all above an exaggeration. Must we continue to ignore the warnings of the scientists who create LLMs and multi-agents? We call on them to build a bold and actionable hope. Jaron Lanier was asking me this morning, which is the main goal of this seminar? We call very strongly to build together actionable hope, one that avoids the monopolies of tech empires, that avoids zombie regulation, which regulates the minimum and does not regulate the essential, and that avoids digital stagflation, information inflation, and values deflation. Because of this, our seminar has three main dreams. As Sister Helen mentioned, A for peace. We need mandatory and universal digital constitutionalism, which harmonize the many ethical initiatives that have emerged in recent years. Just as the world achieved with advances and setbacks global agreement on nuclear non-proliferation, we must establish frameworks for the non-proliferation of AI for war, whether commercial or military. The origin of AI design cannot be conspiracy of occult magicians or demigods, unleashing a race toward collective suicide. Even less when AI is combined with biomanipulation or biological weapons. The audacity of disarmament, to which Paul Leo calls us, begins with the disarmament of AI in its race to war. The second aspect is AI for technological social justice, with ex-ante agreements between entrepreneurs, workers, government, and scientists. There are many experiences very important here that we will be sharing in these two sessions. The third one, Dream, is an AI that builds a virtuous triangle between technological innovation, climate action, new business models, and sustainable finance. An AI not for casino capitalism, but for a great universal planetary cause. So, finalizing, we invite you to dream this dream from your different fields of expertise. We have invited you because we admire your talent, initiative, and creativity. You express the best energy of our challenging times. There are thousands and thousands of young people and academics who are already using AI to improve health, education, water and energy use, civic participation, and safer jobs. AI for dignity is possible if we do not leave it to the autopilot of elites who only think about greed. We ask you especially to think about the great actionable priority that we could promote from this seminar, so that thanks to the virtuous use of AI, the world may hear the cry of the poor of the earth. Based on this meeting, we will be developing a knowledge hub for AI in Latin America with a global aspirations, and we are all invited to be part of this common effort. Because we must also promote these issues from the peripheries, as Pope Francis taught us. There is the paradox of populations in Latin America and the Caribbean that have more access to a cell phone than a sanitation or drinking water network. This year, the Church consecrated a new saint, a young man of our time to use social media for good. I would like to remember him as an inspiration for this seminar. His name is Saint Carlo Acutis, and he once said, "Everyone is born an original, many die photocopies." Today we could say we need originals, not photocopies. We need to think outside the secret boxes of algorithms and broaden the horizon of meaning, so that we do not end up as artifacts created by manipulative machines. Welcome. Feel free to share with us all your knowledge, all of your ideas, and we hope this seminar will have a very productive, actionable goals and plans for the next future. Thank you so much.